Let's talk about it. The news broke 4 days ago. I believe it was 4 days ago when it was found out that the Johnny Depp support that went by the name of Jeannie Larson, or Jeannie L. Larson, or Lep Lady on Twitter, has passed away. She was mainly known as Jeannie Depp on Twitter because that was her display name. She had passed away, and her family broke the news on Facebook. It took a while to filter through onto the entire Twitter feed. In my case, I saw it vaguely. I didn't really know it was 3 a.m. When I saw it, so I was on my way to bed, so I didn't really know what's going on. It didn't register, so to speak. I was extremely tired, and it was when I woke up that it actually hit, and it was shown that she died. I didn't. Just a disclaimer. I don't know this woman. I actually never interacted with her on DM or anything like that. I have never. We have only interacted once when she commented on a post that I made about Evil Musk, and pretty much about. And that was pretty much the only interaction that we had. But I knew about her. I knew about what she'd done for the entire community, which was back in 2020, she created a petition page that was calling for Amber Heard to be removed from Aquaman based on what she had concocted or created, and she basically created that just pure out of pure belief. And this was before the UK court case, I believe, even commenced. So it blew up from there, and that's how people got to know who she is. And so when the death happened, and what happened next is something that prompted me to do this video. This video, whatever you may think of it, is not for any other reason apart from highlighting the toxicity that we've been seeing for months, but we couldn't articulate it. We couldn't have. We've been calling it out of, to no avail. We've been saying this and that, and the other side has been saying, no, it's not been happening. You guys have been doing it to us, this and that. So it's been like that for quite a while, and this is possibly the one event, and I'm very saddened that it took someone that was recognizable within the community, that was pretty much loved within the community. She had her moments that she didn't say, or she didn't say the things that were that other people would have paused on. She had her tone deaf moments, that, as I call them, but that doesn't equate or make her to be somebody that is an horrible person as they are making her out to be. She's been called racist. She's been called so many things just because she made a tweet in regards to getting her application to top 3. Something that she's been called out by both sides of the community, and something that she has even apologized for. And even then, it wasn't something that was regarded as a sincere apology, so to speak. So you can tell already that she was not in a winning position no matter what she does, is basically what I'm saying. And no matter how you feel about a person, when it comes to death, I mean, even with public figures, we have some form of restraint depending on who they are, and sometimes people may laugh, scorn, all of those things. I've seen it with the Queen's passing with the royal family. That's a completely different case because she is a royalty. So it's not just, it's beyond the realm of a public figure. There are so many cases where you can say, okay, react how you want, but I am of the opinion that no matter who it is not right, especially in this case where she's not even a public figure. Yes, sure, her petition reach global, well, not global, but national news, where a lot of major outlets covered it and say it's got 2 million signatures, etc. Sure, that happened, but she wasn't credited for that, or she wasn't even put in the forefront that it was her who created this. It was just the petition that was receiving the recognition. No one actually knew that it was her behind it. She was a private figure. She was a quote unquote normal person. And it saddens me when I saw that so many people were mocking her, and a lot of these people were Amber Heard supporters. It was so bad that they had to lock the mother's account out. That's how bad the mocking got. They had to actually lock the mother's account so that people could stop sharing the fact that she said happy birthday to me and died 3 days later, and they were mocking that. A thread was created to look on the same day this happened, to document all of these things as it was happening, because it is something that we or anyone that has supported Johnny Depp has seen, gone through, or gone. But for it to happen when someone has died, as basically validated or shown this is who they are, so to speak. This is the type of people that Amber Heard emboldens and enables because of her actions. There is no way, in my honest opinion, that you can watch a defamation case where there were two people trying to prove their case and you don't agree with the verdict. And because you don't agree with the verdict, and because you don't agree because you don't agree with that verdict, the person that has been going fervent or supporting this individual that you don't agree with vehemently or passionately, however you wanna name it, how on earth does that justify you mocking her to death just because you don't agree with the verdict, you don't agree what she believed in, you don't agree with all those things? I do not know in what realm that is even justifiable. Granted, I will say this, there were some Amber Heard supporters that did show appreciation, that did show their love, all of those things. And to those supporters, at least you have a heart. I do believe their sentiments were genuine. There was even one supporter that did make a tweet, and in support. The first tweet was in support. Then she turned around and actually kind of looked like she was taking it back, and then turn around and be like, no, I shouldn't have even tweeted it at all, and shouldn't have even said all these things. Like, I just wish. You can tell that there, at least with her, you can tell there was some form of grief going on here, because I believe she knows how it feels to lose someone, regardless of how you feel about the person. That's fine, that's fair. But the one thing that I've seen is where people literally turn this into a sympathy play, turn this to try and make their community look good, despite the main leaders of the community also celebrating the death. And when I say main leaders, it's not like there is an appointed head or anything like that. What I'm saying is these are the recognizable people within that community that people go to as a source of information, because they've been doing this for a long time. For whatever reason, these people are the go-to people within that community. And these are the same people that were mocking this individual. So to see one individual turn around and try and smear an entire community just for sharing the petition that Jeannie herself had created and says, you did this. This is your work. You believed in you when and put yourself out there when nobody was supporting Johnny Depp, when nobody was even believing his case or even seeing his case. But you went out there and said, no, he's innocent, and based on whatever I don't know why she made the petition. Maybe she heard the audios that were released to Daily Mail. I have no idea what made it. But regardless, that's what she did. There is no wrong in that. However, this certain individual had picked up, this certain individual had literally gone ahead and said it was disrespectful to Amber Heard to share that petition. I find it disrespectful that petition was shared. I just do not care who you support, who you don't, who you believe, who you don't. This old saying will always ring true. There is a time and a place for everything. And you can't say all these things. You can't, especially a few of you can't say, I'm sorry, condolences to her family, etc., but F her. What condolences? Please. There is no respect for the family because the family is not even grieving yet. Anyone who believes, especially when I was talking to somebody that actually told me, how would you feel if a child came and told you what I said, which was you shouldn't mock the dead. You should, no matter what they did, you shouldn't do it. And turn around and say to me, how would you feel if what more could I say apart from, I would seriously look at you as a parent if you would encourage that behavior. That the main reason for this video is just to show that these people do not actually give a damn about the thing that they believe in. They're either doing this for notoriety, for whatever reason that will make them look good. There is something to be gained if you are seen to be supporting what is perceived as a good thing, such as advocating for victims. Even if you're using the wrong person to fight that battle. I'm going to end it on this note that there is a GoFundMe that is being run by the family. I believe it was by the brother, if I'm mistaken. If I'm mistaken, I do apologize. I'm having to remember that off the cuff. It is run by the brother and it has reached its goal. I just found out literally before I press record on this. They had a goal of 5,000. It's over 5,000 in 4 days. Not even 4 days. Sorry. No, that's wrong. 2 days. In literally 2 days of putting the petition up. This is no surprise. There is something that the mainstream media love covering Amber Heard supporters, Amber Heard herself, saying all of these things. But Depp supporters has been pulling together for a cause that they feel is worthwhile. The first cause was donating to the Children's Hospital. Why? Because Amber Heard didn't do it. That was the first cause. I will link it up. They donated 150k, not pledged, 150k, and that was directly to the charity. In fairness, Amber Heard side do have their own GoFundMe as well, that they have donated, I think 3k to NCADV. I'm not surprised by this. There have been other charitable donations made by other channels. It's incredible that a community can come together like that to donate to these causes that not only helps the children, to donate to these causes that not only helps the children, but helps DV victims and all of those type of charities. To me, that was incredible. And to see it replicated again here, not just that, to see Jeannie trending as well. R.I.P. Jeannie was trending. Her own daughter was documenting this and said, "Wow, I can't believe I'm logging onto Twitter and seeing my own mom's name trending." To me, you can't get any better response than that. No amount of trolling, like like that community is just a fringe minority of nutcases that think every minute that a tide has turned. Absolute nutcases. And I'm glad they don't have any power to make anything trend, because imagine if they did, it would be I don't even want to think about it. But let's end on that note. I'm glad that the family has reached their goal. I'll link the GoFundMe into the description so that you can go and donate as well. I'm stunned. I'm stunned, but I'm not stunned. But I'm stunned that to see how this community bands together to actually support people, while the other, with the exception of a few people, don't worry, while others turn around, chastise, mock, vilify, you name it. I'm glad that I know that the person that is being supported actually has good people who saw I'm at least very happy that the people that do support, I'm very happy that the people that actually do support Johnny Depp are people let me not end it on that. Let me just say I'm happy to see humanity shine through like this, even despite all the hate, despite the mocking, despite the rage, that it didn't spill over to something, serious outside of as that. I'm just happy that it didn't spill over to something that was that could be called cyberbullying, or anything like that, or harassment or anything like that. Not from what I saw. What I saw was a community that came together and were like, let's do this for Jeannie. Not only did one artist literally made a painting or a graphic that was later used for the GoFundMe, but a lot of people turned around and actually made that their profile picture, which you can't get any more solidarity than that. So no matter what you may think of her, no matter what life you may think she led, in my opinion, from the little I knew about this individual, it seems like any human being. They're passionate about something, they make mistakes, they pick themselves up, they move on. I found out that she was even writing books. It's not my style of book, so I haven't read it. I'm not really much of a reader, but she had something that she was at least living for, outside of her passion of, supporting her or defending Johnny Depp, or, outside of that, she actually had something that she was living for. And it's sad that to see those things and to see it not being fulfilled, at least before you die, there is an inherent sadness there for everyone else that do have those dreams and aspirations that they want to achieve while they live. And I do hope that she is at least remembered for the work that she done, for the life that she led, which I believe, from the little that I do know, was a good life, a life that anyone would be proud of. She had children, she made it, she built her own family. It's not just about what you do in terms of job or anything like that. It's just about the people that you foster in this world. And I don't know her family, I don't know that, but she does have people that actually do care for her. And no matter what those guys, those rabid stands, those rabid call themselves quote unquote, and even deny themselves of even being part of it, that's how much of a sickness that this is. They turn around, do all these things, and when they see something bad, like someone entering the daughter's DMs and wishing death, like wishing that they have the same fate as their mother or something bad to happen to them, they turn around and be like, I don't think that's an Amber support. I think that's a BLM support because, they outrage those. Come on. Who you trying to fool? You know what you guys are doing is bad, and then you're saying at the same breath, "Oh, I don't blame them though." I'm all over the place, I thought this was gonna be yeah. Nonetheless, I'm glad that the family gave me permission to make this video. I wasn't sure. A friend of mine suggested that I actually ask the family before even making this because of how they might think. But the daughter was actually quite receptive. It's like, yeah, go ahead, make it, because I want people to see this. She, incredible. Like, anyway. So, no matter what those stands may do, drag up her criminal history, like Jesus Christ, these rabid fans, rabbit stands, grab up her criminal history, try to discredit her life and say, oh look, she in 1994 she kicked a dog and was, and on top of that, just because the daughter said, yeah, this actually happened. I remember this happening, because they were saying no, it's probably Johnny Depp supporters were saying no, it's probably not even her, it's probably someone else, and the daughter confirmed it was her. They're like, thank you for confirming. What do you mean thank you for confirming? She didn't do it for you, who dragged this out to try and vilify her mother. That's not why she fucking did it. She did it because she didn't want inaccuracies to go out there from a Depp supporter and say, no, this is what actually happened. Yeah, that did actually happen. I remember this. I talked to my dad about it. Wasn't for you. But that shows how demented you guys are, that she even has the grace to even have the courage to even talk to that supporter and be like, yeah, in this difficult time that she's going through, losing her mother, and you guys dug this out. You don't even see, and yet you guys call her racist, all those things, just because she made a tweet about getting a petition to third above murder victims. Also, something I must highlight, I think it was also amazing that for the GoFundMe as well, that Johnny's team actually donated through Stephen Dewis, actually gave a sizable donation as well, and towards the funeral costs. So it is amazing that at least people are actually seeing this, and people actually look at all of this stuff, notable people or notable figures. So it makes me question, or at least think of the possibility of, is it possible that Amber Heard's PR team is also seeing this, and how are they taking this? You know, is it possible that Amber herself is seeing this and how she's taking it? And it makes me also think, is this really how you want to represent the person you support? I mean, I understand you are passionate about something, but you are representing somebody else, and especially when you're arguing for them, or you got to at least put your best suit on, so to speak. So you know, it's one of those things where one has to really consider and just really think, is this, forget the representation part about, you know, how the person would perceive me or anything like that, forget that part. It's just, is this really what you're going to be happy looking back on in 5, 3, 2, maybe even a year's time? I don't know. I personally don't know. I think that's a question that the individual that's doing these things has to assess for themselves. That's all I want to say. Rest in peace, Jeannie. And I hope she's in a better place. Thank you for your time.